So, somewhat unexpectedly, Hong Kong forcing the decider here. As you can see, Laura Massaro took the first match against Annie Au 3-love. And then what a performance from Joey Chan, beating Alison Waters 3-1. So her teammate, Sarah Jane Perry, will be taking on Tong Tsz in the deciding match. And this is Sarah Jane Perry's first appearance at a World Team Championship. So, even though she's a strong favourite for this match, somewhat nerve-wracking to play a semi-final decider.
Absolutely. You know, those are the tough ones when you've never been in this situation before and you're expected to win and you've never actually even tried your hand at this situation. It's going to be interesting to see how she handles these nerves, but she's a phenomenal player, and if she finds her rhythm early, watch out. This could be a quick one. But again, if she gets a little nervous and makes a few tins, then this could be a scrappy game. She gets such great racket head speed, just crushes the ball. Plenty of variety, Sarah Jane Perry. Now, what's the book on Tong? Is there a book on Tong? I haven't.
There's a page. I've got a page on Tong.
All right. Not so much of a book, but
she's well, she's currently ranked 48 in the world, so
that's serious. That's quality.
She's just inside the top 50. She's only 22 years old, so just starting to get herself established on the WSA Tour. She did win one of the tour events in Australia this year.
Time.
So
wow.
Good experience for her, and obviously nothing to lose here. Hong Kong already have exceeded expectations, so she'll be able to play with the same freedom that her compatriot Joey Chan showed in the previous match.
Wow, she's already won a tournament. That's impressive. Top 50. You know, this is probably not going to be as straightforward as we think. You know, she trains every day, I imagine, at the Institute with players like Annie Au and Joey Chan. So a young girl who's already in the top 50, her learning curve will probably be pretty steep. So be interesting to see her game style and how it matches up against Sarah Jane Perry.
Absolutely, and the depth in the women's game obviously very strong at the minute. Possibly 10 years ago, a number 48 in the world wouldn't have had much of a chance against top 20 player, but that's certainly not the case anymore.
No, the depth has grown tremendously in both the men's and women's game, and I think that's due to the sports science out there. The training is just so much better, and the players that are ranked lower are still so professional and able to get strong, fast, fit, and that's a baseline that you need to play well to overcome. You have to be able to outplay them, and not just rely on your physicality.
Yeah, and obviously a lot more countries producing top players now. The game's become much more international than it used to be, and you can see that with Hong Kong now in their first semi-final.
Hong Kong, China.
Absolutely, squash is a truly global sport now, and players from all kinds of countries in the top 10 in both the men's and women's game.
So Tong has won your favorite part of the game,
the toss,
and she serves in this deciding match.
Great little hold boast. Nervous of Sarah Jane's power. She kind of leaned backwards, and that quick boast fooled her.
She's not only got great power, Sarah Jane Perry, but she's got great hands. She's got a natural hold on the ball. She can change pace. really has a lot of variety in her game, and it'll be very interesting to see how she develops over the next few years. What a great prospect for England.
Wow, great hold.
Love.
Completely nailing her feet to the ground there on the tee, and she couldn't move. All her weight was leaning forward, and the ball just watching it go by her.
And obviously the strength helping there, that she can snap her wrist through and still get a little bit of weight behind that ball.
Hand out.
Tong with an early fist pump, likes it. Coming in at
1-2.
1-2.
Always good to get that point on the board.
No question. Seems like Hong Kong has got the matching iron-on tattoos on the ankle. You notice that?
I hadn't actually.
It's, they're all going with the, I think the Hong Kong Chinese flag on the ankle.
Semi-permanent, I hope.
Who knows these days? All the kids getting all their tattoos. 2-all, great length. Ooh,
wow.
Ferocious power.
That actually hurt my ears. I don't think I've ever hit the ball that hard in my life.
No. If John White had a sister, this is her.
Hand out. 3-2.
Great penetration. Not only a powerful shot, but the width and the ball running away from Tong.
4-2.
And that's that racket head speed. It's so important on the glass court to get that ball moving through and right onto the glass at the back and not coming off the side wall. And using that hold again, the execution not quite there, but still stopping the movement
5-2.
of her opponent. And she takes a quick 5-2 lead here in this first game. Beautiful.
Wow, that is some kind of hold at the front of the court.
6-2.
And just showing how many options she has there.
Jeez, might have to get the trainer to go get some ankle braces between games, because this could get ugly. She's got such great holds. There's a topspin backhand.
That was a little rammy backhand
7-2.
volley there. Just flicking the wrist.
And turning the ball over with a topspin, looking like a cross court, and hits a straight ball. Great sense of the racket face. Can't imagine there's too many of the girls out there on the tour that want to play her on a dead glass court.
So dangerous.
8-2.
And such an improved player over the last few years. She went to university after school and finished her degree in engineering,
Hand out.
which is actually quite rare for the England players. Most of them opting to go on the
3-8.
circuit straight after school. But she continued to play and train while she was studying, and then has really taken it very seriously since then, and has gone up the rankings very, very quickly, already in the top 20.
Wow,
Stroke to
that's
England.
impressive.
Only 24 years old, so
And
she's
now,
only been full-time on the
9-3.
tour for 2 years.
Have you ever lost to an engineer before?
Not that I know about. Very possible. Actually, yeah, my dad. Many times.
I thought that was going to be a for sure no, but
Appeal. No let. 10-3. Game ball.
So she gets how many game balls?
jeez, we're going with 7. Oh, Tong didn't expect that one to come back. Walk into the service box like she had the point one, but the reach of Sarah Jane Perry just too much. Nice tight ball. Another great reply. Tong
Hand out.
keeping that ball
4-10
very tight
game
along the
ball.
backhand wall.
And Perry looking very dominant so far in this match. Tong gets a couple of points back. Nice little hold there.
Little dose of her own medicine.
5-10 game ball. Peel on the ball. Forward. Yeah, you shouldn't worry about that. Carry on with the point. Ball was good. Stay on the court, please. Yeah. Okay, noted.
She's finding
6-10.
the hand gesture of Tong distracting, appealing her ball in the back of the court. I think she's more frustrated with herself.
Yeah, just maybe got a little bit complacent towards
Down.
the end of this game.
She's lost 4 straight points.
7-10 left. Game ball.
She might need all of those 7-match balls, game balls that we talked about.
Just needs to refocus here.
So get back to basics. Great
Not-
flip.
Not try and get a quick point in, just
Tong just starting to find her groove, Tong.
8-10 game ball.
yeah, she's put a good string of rallies together here and gone from 3-10 all the way through to 8-10. So still another couple of game balls left. And a great boast there.
Wow.
And I think Sarah Jane
9-10
Perry possibly just
game
relaxed a
ball.
little bit when she got to 10-3.
Yeah, and the nerves are settling in. She is not happy with herself, and Tong has found her rhythm. This is absolutely crucial point. Good length by Tong. Puts in the drop shot.
No let.
No let. Oh, that's a tough call. Strong decision.
Ball was too good. No let.
So
10
Tong
all,
forces the
player to
tie
win
break.
by 2 points.
Pulls it to 10 all.
And what was looking like a very comfortable first game for England is suddenly the opposite. And Sarah Jane Perry really going to have to gather herself here
Yes, let.
and show the respect her
10 all.
opponent deserves. It's not going to be a walkover by any means.
Said she's continuously talking to herself. She's very rattled by this comeback. Oh, there's a little how you doing.
No let.
Sends her completely the wrong way on that boast. She actually ran into the side wall.
That's your opinion, and thank you. 11-10 game ball.
And getting a bit rattled here.
Game ball for Hong Kong.
Down.
And she's done it.
12
Wow.
Come back all the way from
game
10-3.
to Hong Kong, China. They need 1 game to
Oh
lose.
my gosh, we got ourselves a game here.
Incredible. And possibly just showing a little bit inexperience there. Sarah Jane Perry, this is her first time in a World Championship semi-final, and a lot of expectation resting on her young shoulders.
Wow. It's got to be uneasy in the England camp, probably thinking that this would be a runaway.
And just proving that you cannot ever relax in a match against players of this caliber. Tong Tsz, she's the top 50 player, so you have to give her the respect she deserves. And Sarah-Jane Perry's really going to have to refocus here and try to forget about that game.
The first half looked brilliant. Looked like she could do no wrong. She was just crushing the ball, hitting good length, hitting great holds.
Just brimming with confidence, wasn't she?
Yeah, and it wasn't even going to be a match. Then all of a sudden, a couple balls didn't go her way, lost 2 or 3 points, and then there was a call, and she got upset, and yeah, just spiraled downwards from there. She's had 9 straight points.
So the start of the second game will be very interesting to see how particularly Sarah-Jane Perry responds to that. But a great comeback
Hong Kong, China leads 1
from
game
the
to
Hong Kong
love.
number 3.
Love all.
And she serves in this second game.
Down, hand out.
I'm not sure what happened there.
1 love.
It was a easy ball that was right in the middle of the court and just mistimed it.
Down.
Another one.
2 love.
So not a great start there for Tong. And I'm sure Sarah-Jane Perry will be quite pleased with those 2 errors.
Yeah. 3. Those 2 errors were crucial because
3
this
love.
just helped settle her down a little bit. And remember, she's the stronger player on this court. She just needs to play the match out. There it is again. Great.
And play each game out to the
Four
end.
love.
You can't relax at 10-3. You can't relax at all in matches like this.
Hand out.
There's the back wall nick.
1-4.
An apology from Tong because it was not intentional. As the skid bows, Tong plays the drop. Beautiful flick by
And out.
Sarah-Jane Perry. If she
5-1.
gets on that ball early at the front, it's pretty much good night.
So effective, isn't it?
If she can just tidy up her length a little bit, she'll get a lot more
Stroke to
opportunities
England.
there.
To use that hold and
6-1.
put in the odd straight drop
That's it.
and use that variation she has, that ability she has in the front of the court.
She's got such racket work that I know she's only been on the tour a couple of years. As she becomes a little more seasoned, that length is going to become very hard to deal with, like that right there.
7-1.
And in the past, she's tended to have quite a high error count. Obviously, players with that kind of shot-making ability sometimes can be all too tempting to go in short.
8-1.
But she's become a lot more selective and worked on her basic game. And very importantly, she's turned herself into a good athlete as well, done a lot of work in the gym with the
2-8.
strength and conditioning trainers in England. Such a huge part of the game these days.
Tong. She's done that a couple
left.
times, reached out with that right foot on the forehand and struck a
3-8.
beautiful line down the wall. I'd say that's her best shot. There she goes again. Forehand straight hit, straight ball. Oh, beautiful Tong. Here comes the comeback again. Are we going to see it again from 8-1?
4-8.
Great finish there. And obviously Sarah Jane's a very tall athlete, isn't she? And it's a long way down to get to those drop shots in the front, so it can be a very effective tactic against players of that height, but obviously has to be used at the right times.
Here it is again. Oh, that's a good night. Oh, she gets it. Not quite.
Hand out.
And that's a good example. If you take someone with Perry's ability in short too early, you will get punished. And it's getting that balance right, which can be very difficult.
10-4, game ball.
So she races to a 10-4 lead. Very similar to that first game. See if she can hold on here.
Down.
Oh, here it comes. You know she's thinking about it.
Hand out.
Are we going to see
5-10,
another big comeback?
game ball.
Oh my God. I just, I don't think it would be, I don't think it would be good if she came back from 10-4 again, 2 games in a row. With just so hard to deal with emotionally.
Yes, led.
And
5-10.
Sarah Jane Perry will be very eager to get this second game wrapped up.
She's doing it again with her hands and the talking. She just needs to settle down and realize that the rally's going to come to her. She hits the better ball. She has more variety. She just got to get the ball to the back.
Balls down.
There's the game.
Game's
Fist
over.
pump by Perry.
11-5. The games are 1-1.
And you do feel like it is all in Sarah Jane Perry's hands here. It's just a question of her keeping her nerve. It's a big occasion for the relatively inexperienced English woman, but she is the dominant force in this match, and she evens the score, taking the second game 11-5 in just 6 minutes.
Fifteen seconds. The games are tied, 1-1. England to serve.
So we're all square
Love
in this
all.
deciding match between England and Hong Kong. 1-1 in matches and 1-1 in games here.
Tong getting down low, really looking to dig into her movement a little bit more. This is what brought her back from 10-3 in the first game, just really picking up all these great shots from Perry and then forcing the air.
Almost
now-
going into splits there.
1-love.
And what do you think the tactic should be against a player like Perry?
Put your head down and run desperately and just try. For me or for Tong?
For Tong.
for Tong, I think she should just do that. Just try to pick up as many balls as she can, and then when she's getting to the front of the court, she's able to hit some good drops and some good holds, and then rely on that good forehand straight length. But she needs to get low in her movement, because the ball from Perry is going to be hard and low, and she's got great variety. So Tong just needs to just dig in.
And she's got to try and keep her off the volley. She's such a tall athlete, Sarah Jane Perry.
1-all.
And uses that height very well across the middle. But you've got to find a way of getting the ball past her.
That's it. There's a nice length from Tong. Plays a hold forehand, hold. That's going to be a no let.
No let.
She's got a 2-1 lead here, and she's looking relatively comfortable.
2-1.
Like she's not, she's hanging in there. This has got to be nerve-wracking for England, just watching this.
And you just, you feel that Hong Kong have really been enjoying this experience. They've been relaxed, played quite freely,
Hand out.
and really played above themselves. Whereas for England, obviously coming on, it's a very different experience. They're expected to win. There's a lot of pressure there. And
Yes,
a lot more tension in the England camp.
Oh, there's a whole lot more pressure on them making it to their 11th final. They're so used to seeing themselves there that they couldn't imagine anything else.
Down.
2 unforced errors on the boast.
3.
She's got to keep working that point. Let Perry dictate and counterpunch. Too good.
4-2.
You just feel that if she gets a little bit of rhythm, Sarah Jane Perry, it's over. But right now she's fighting herself, fighting the referee. And
do you think that if these two girls were playing each other in a WSA match,
to England.
then we'd be looking at a 3-love win for
Yeah,
Perry?
We'd be in the bar by now for sure.
Yeah, that team dimension, as we've mentioned many times, can throw up some interesting results.
And
Joey Chan getting her first ever win against Alison Waters, and certainly no coincidence that that happens in a team event.
Oh, it's just so much more to deal with emotionally. Having the pressure of your peers and the people that you work with day in, day out. It's very difficult to manage. Another mistake from Tong. She's just
7-2.
given Sarah Jane Perry way too many of these. She needs to be really consistent and just try to dig up every ball.
Exactly, not give any points away, and recognize that there is a lot of pressure on Sarah Jane Perry. Make her win those points. Make her win this match. Don't give her anything.
Absolutely. Good hold. Tong showing some serious deception when she's given time. Good defense by Perry, because she was sent all over the court, using her reach. 9-2, gives the fist pump and throws up the serve.
Down.
And squeezes another error on that backhand side wall.
Game ball.
And that gives her game ball to lead 2-1.
Great forehand length
No
again,
net.
same movement.
Ball was too good.
She's not giving me a line. I can get that. My arms are pretty long.
Decision made, thank you. Hand out.
How do you feel about that comment?
3-10. Game ball.
I don't agree. I think there probably.
Does she have to give her a line to that ball?
I think there was a line there. The ball was really
But
drawing into the back corner.
Right, but when you hit a cross court, that lands relatively in the middle of the court. Somebody stretches out and hits a good firm ball and you run into them.
Do you have to go around, you mean?
You have to go around.
Yeah.
You have to go and play.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah, it's up to you to find the line there.
yeah. You've got to find the line. She doesn't have to give you a line. She has to play her shot.
And aside from that, it was a very high quality shot as well, which I doubt she would have got back.
Regardless, even if there was nobody.
Exactly. But either way, she takes that third game 11-3 again in 6 minutes. So the England camp, I'm sure, a little bit relieved.
Again, the math baffling me in the bottom.
Right, we'll have to work this out now.
For sure. This should be automated. Google should be on this.
So that makes no sense. 23.
I left the 5 minutes lap time for the warm-up, but
Where does
3 minutes.
So that's 2 times 90 seconds. So that's
Right.
without the warm-up.
See. Computers these days. Cool.
Fifteen seconds.
So Perry leads 2-1 in this deciding match. And we'll see whether Hong Kong have anything else to offer here. They've played a great semi-final so far.
England leads 2-1. England to serve, double.
And that great win from Joey Chan against Alison Waters, forcing this decider. And interestingly, Joey Chan will face Sarah Jane Perry in the first round of the World Championships, which is coming up very soon after this event, almost back to back.
1-love.
How do you think that matchup will go? That'll be a tremendous game. I'd like to see that.
Well, this result will certainly give Joey Chan a lot of confidence going into that tournament. Possibly her best result ever.
And she's got great movement to maybe hang in there with the power and control of a Sarah Jane Perry. There's a great bit of variety. The lunging reverse post on the backhand.
2-love, right.
Not something you're seeing in the old Jonah Barrington books that I used to have when I was a kid.
Down.
Murder on the squash court. That's the one.
That's the one.
1-2.
Oh, ferocious forehand kill.
Hand out. 3-1.
See, I got that one.
Still talking about the call last game. Love it. Love it.
Doesn't want to let that go.
Absolutely.
And she does seem to enjoy having a little chat with the referees. Certain players, it can sometimes fire them up. You can probably talk about that a little bit in relation to your own career.
Yeah. Tong and I were very similar.
4-1.
So many ways. But for sure, you know, your personality comes out there on the squash court for better or for worse, and
Down.
comes out in
And
some
out.
strange forms. You know, it's so ultra
2-4.
competitive and individual game. There's so many elements that are brought in there with the referee, the courts, the players, and it can become very combative. So some people manage that in different ways.
Do you feel like it ever helps players? Do you think there are certain players that actually play better when they get a bit aggressive or there's a bit of chat?
I don't think it really affects one way or the other. At
No
least,
left.
I mean,
Ball.
Ooh,
Ball was too good. Roll down.
I
Tong.
told you Tong and I were very similar, just letting
Hand.
loose.
Hand out. 5-2.
good to see. Not happy with that decision. And Sarah Jane Perry, 5-2 here.
Down. Hand out.
Keeping her in this at 3-5.
3-5.
I think it's just nice to see Tong showing that fire. I mean, she really wants to be relevant here in this match, and she has been. It's been nice to see somebody fight so hard.
Down.
Another great drop shot from the front. Her front forehand, very deceptive.
4-5.
Got all kinds of variety.
Yeah, just stopping the movement just for a second, and it makes such a big difference, especially with someone of Sarah Jane Perry's size.
Yes, let. 4-5. Yes, led. 4-5. Down. Hand out.
She's just giving her too many of those. She played a great rally up until there, twisting and turning
6-4.
Perry, and got a comfortable ball on her forehand and dumped it in the tin. No reason. 6-4 here in the fourth game.
Down. Hand out.
And
5-6.
no need to hit that shot, really. Tong was on the tee, and she just needs to steady herself here. It's in her sights, but she's not there yet.
Great choice. Got up on it early and played the simple shot.
6-all.
Proved to be the right one.
So this is getting really interesting now. 6-all.
Oh, she does not want
In the
this to go to
fourth
the
game.
fifth game, does she? Because then all the nerves will come out.
Sure, the crowd hoping for a fifth game here.
Good hold again, that forehand. Good shot.
Out. Hand
Just,
out.
Too much pace.
just going out.
7-6.
I think when things tighten up, Perry's best play would be to just put pace to that backhand and wait till she gets the real easy one before she fires it in.
Yeah, she doesn't need to take too much risk here, does she?
The ball.
She's good enough to just get a good length, good width. And she hits an out-and-out winner on that boast, but that was literally millimeters above the tin.
Jeez, that was big. And you saw it in the reaction. She needed that one. Oh, that's an absolute shocker. 8-6 in the fourth.
9-6.
She could have walked to that.
Wow, that was not a winner. That ball really bounced up.
Wow.
And such a crucial stage in this fourth game.
Shot. Beautiful touch.
And that's what she needs to do. There was no risk there.
10-6.
Not
Match
too
ball.
high above the tin, but nice and tight. And that gives her 4 match balls.
She used her good feel there. She didn't try to fire in a winner. She just tried to move that ball up to the front. There's the opportunity on the forehand, the hold. Oh, tries to be too fancy and clips the top of the tin.
And out.
Like the idea, but
7-10. Match ball.
is the comeback on? Are you sensing it, Vanessa? You're
We'll see whether Perry can hold her nerve here. She's still got 3 match balls.
She's
Oh,
put it
and
in the
she
tin.
slams that one in the tin.
Ho, ho, ho. You can feel the tension from a mile away. That was just pure nerves. Oh, she pushes through the interference and plays the winner.
No ledge.
England's got to be very happy
to England.
Sarah Jane Perry gets out of it. Tong played a great game, a valiant effort by her, but Hong Kong comes up a little short, losing 3-1 in the deciding match in 39 minutes. The 39 minutes might be questionable, but a great match nevertheless.
What a great match to finish that semi-final. And before I speak to Sarah Jane Perry, could you please give a massive round of applause for her opponent, Tong Tsz. And Sarah Jane just being congratulated by her team. Yet another final for the England camp. And Sarah Jane, if I could just get you back onto court for a quick chat. Congratulations. There was some nervy squash in there. I think it was 10-3 in the first game, and she managed to come back at you. So you must be quite happy that you managed to hold your nerve there.
Yeah, definitely. I know always plays on your mind a little bit after that first game. Had a flying start, and then she obviously came back and won it from 10-3 down, which doesn't happen very often. So even when I was 10 whatever up in the other games, I'm going, right, come on, finish it off. And then when I hit that stupid shot at the end, I'm going, right, it's back to basics now.
And obviously quite a lot of pressure on you there. This is your first World Championships team semi-final, and suddenly you're playing a deciding match in that semi-final. So you must be absolutely delighted. Tomorrow, another final for England. It's actually an 11th final in a row, which is a record for England. I don't know if you were aware of that. So you must be so delighted to be part of this.
Yeah, I knew it was 10 before this. I didn't know that was a record. But yeah, that was actually my first deciding match of any England match. So really happy to get the win for the team. You can see how happy we all are. And we'll definitely be up for match tomorrow, whoever we've got to play.
Yeah, well, you can relax now and watch the other two teams battle it out later on this evening. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah Jane Perry, and congratulations to England.